Hi everyone, my name is Desiree Bruns, and today I'm going to be talking about my upcoming learning module, eLearning with Google. There are several points I will cover, including a summary of the learning module, target audience, module lessons and objectives, as well as learning activities and instructional tools. The target audience for the learning module includes 35 K-5 teachers, support staff, and administrators. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, e-learning has become essential in education. The skills related to online curriculum are critical for teachers at this time. The group of learners is highly professional, reflective, and ready to learn new skills to better the education of students. There are several questions guiding the content of this learning module. First, how do we effectively engage students in online learning? How can Google Suites help support student learning? And how do we use Google Slides, Docs, and Classrooms to support Google Learning? I'll be focusing on the lessons included in the learning module: Google Classroom Basics, using Google Slides, meeting virtually with Google Meets, and creating hyperdocs for e-learning. The first lesson we will be focusing on is Google Classroom Basics. The first lesson objective is, given a computer and Google Classroom software, the learner will create an assignment, a discussion board, and an activity and share it with their class. For the activities, students will watch a Google Classroom tutorial video. While watching the video, they will be given several tasks to complete. First, they will create a classroom and share it with me. Then they will use the class feed to create a discussion board. After creating their discussion board, they'll share an assignment in the Classwork tab. I'll be checking their Google Classroom pages to see if they completed these tasks. The next lesson, using Google Slides, will build upon their knowledge of Google Suites. For this, we will be focusing on using Google Slides. The objective is as follows. Given a computer, Google Slides software, the learner will create a Google Slides lesson. They will share this lesson in Google Classroom. Like Google Classroom Basics, students will also be engaging in application tasks throughout their video tutorial. For this task, they will create basic lessons using Google Slides and its various features. They will be assessed based on their ability to create a slides presentation. They will then share this presentation on the classroom discussion board for other classmates to access. The third lesson will be meeting virtually with Google Meets. The highlighted objective includes that given a computer and Google Meets software, the learner will create a scheduled meeting on Google Meets. They will share this in their Google Classroom. This lesson will be formatted in the same way as the other lessons. Students will be watching a tutorial video and completing several tasks using the software. Application tasks include setting up digital office hours, adding Google Meets to Google Classroom, inviting others to their meets, and sharing their screen. They'll be evaluated based upon the completion of the application tasks. The final lesson builds upon the use of all the tools used in previous lessons. This lesson really focuses on using these tools in a way that can engage students further in virtual lessons. In this lesson, students will be learning how to create hyperdocs. The objective of this lesson is that given a computer and Google Slides software, the learner will create a hyperdoc lesson to support student learning. This lesson will be shared in Google Classroom. During this lesson, students will learn how to create an interactive hyperdoc lesson for their students. They will then share these ideas with other participants on a classroom discussion board. There are many different resources and instructional tools being utilized in the creation of this learning module. For example, there's Google Classroom that will be used to post, share, and develop lesson content and discussion boards. We'll be using Screencast-O-Matic for developing tutorial videos. Google Docs will be used to create training manuals and application tasks. Google Slides will be used to create blueprints for lessons, and it will also be used in software and lessons. Google Meets will be used for developing tutorial lessons and engaging learners in different application tasks. Overall, the goals of this learning module include professional development and student engagement. I'm hoping to create more prepared educators, align district resources to e-learning, and empower educators to innovate. Additionally, by doing this, I'm looking to make learning more meaningful by engaging students in stronger content, and also to help build student relationships when e-learning. Thank you for watching and learning more about my learning module. I look forward to you seeing more in the future.